Well, what WARC do every year is we actually look at the best marketing campaigns and companies for the year, and also look at what are the common characteristics amongst those. It's something that we call the WARC 100. And what we found, crunching the data into the media that they use, the creative strategies, the objectives that the best of the best are using, was really around three different themes. The first one is that there have been quite a few new approaches to long-term ideas. So that's a case of evolving or reworking an initial blockbuster idea, which actually the winning campaign, Ariel's Dad's Share the Load, did really successfully. The second one was around PR and building PR into the creative strategy or the channel strategy at the very outset, and building the campaign around a highly PRable element, either a real-world product, like in the case of Meet Graham, which was number 4 in the rankings, or the Burger King McWhopper proposal campaign, which I think was in the top 5 as well. And both those were really successful at having PR at the outset within their campaigns. The third one was around purpose, which is a really common, a commonly spoken about topic. It's attracted some cynicism, some criticism for brands that don't commit fully to it, and therefore are seen by some consumers as inauthentic. But where brands have got a credible role in that purpose conversation, we found that those brands have been effective, and therefore many of those have also ranked highly in the WARC 100. And again, the Ariel Dad Share the Load, which looked at reversing gender inequality in Indian households, is another, again, a great example of that. So at WARC, what we did kind of in the last few months of 2017 was we ran a survey of about 600 or so brand marketers and agency marketers, and looked at what they thought were the upcoming challenges or upcoming areas of opportunity for them in 2018. It's a report that we call the Toolkit, and we've run it for a few years. And there were a few themes that dominated. If I pick out 3 of them, so one of them was around how customer experience is going to be a major battleground for brands and agencies in how that can be used as a brand building asset of the future. And there are lots of different ways to look at that, whether it's the technology around optimizing the experience, whether it's around customer journey mapping. It's a really interesting area where we think there's going to be huge growth and huge development over the year. The second one we thought was really interesting was around technology, and in particular AI. And what we found was that I think over half of the respondents mentioned AI as one of the most exciting tech opportunities to come out, and voice is a key interface amongst that. And thirdly is around data. So with GDPR coming up at the end of May, again, over half of the respondents talked about data management as being a huge brand challenge and concern for them. And yet when we looked at the data within Europe, only 25% actually felt that they were ready for GDPR. So as well as that regulation side of things, you've got the various digital transparency elements that the likes of Mark Pritchard from P&G have been speaking about brands taking back control of the data that they have, and how they use that effectively.